Hello, everyone. Welcome to the best songs of 2022 for Monstercat. I hope you've all enjoyed my rankings all the way from January to December. It's surprising that I've now gone a full year almost doing these sort of rankings, and it didn't seem all that long ago. But here we are. Here are my top 15 songs that I'm going to be voting for Monster Cat's Best of 2022 list. Starting with my number one, which is Aurora by Liam Thomas. I really like this song. I like the song because of the music it creates, and it reminds me a lot of Warmer by S.G. Lewis, which is a really great thing. Just the atmosphere, the reverbed vocals, the piano, all those elements come together to make a really great song, and I can appreciate this song for what it's worth. Next up, we have Yesterday by No Mana. Now, I had to choose between this and Out of the Dark for this spot right here. And while I do like Space a lot, it's still not as good as these two right here, Yesterday and Out of the Dark. And I chose this one because I know that the community is going to choose Out of the Dark most likely as the best of 2022 contender. And I just want to vote for the underdog here, not only because I really like the song, but I also consider it to be as good as Out of the Dark. So, great track, great classic progressive house tune in the same way of like Dead Mouse or Eddie. Really great stuff. Now, Dead Man Walking by Grant and Ellis is the next song. Really catchy tune. I like how Grant and Ellis' styles mesh up together. I like how Grant's blockier leads meshes up with Ellis's French electro percussion, and overall, really catchy song. Next up, we have Too Hard to Let Go by Hello World. I predicted in June that this song would grow on me. It might grow on me in the future, and it did enough to make this list. And I got used to Hello World style just because it conveys a lot of emotion at the same time while being very minimalistic, and I like it for that reason. So, yeah, good tune. Next up, we have a Silk track, Sky by Soul Rising. This one was a chill trap tune that I just really enjoyed, and I wish I could have put this on the ranking. The reason why I don't rank Silk in general is just because a lot of the songs I don't have too much to say about. It'd be me just kind of repeating the same thing over and over and over, and I didn't want that to be that way, so that's why I only rank Uncaged and Instinct. But there are some Silk songs that are really good here, and Sky by Soul Rising is definitely one of them. So check this out. Check out Soul Rising as well, because I've checked this guy's out before with The Journey. Really like his stuff, and this is just a great tune. Next up, Just Wanna Love by Conroe. I really liked. Conroe had a really good year. His singles with Find You, Feeling, This, and then Back to You, they were all really good. The only one I didn't like as much was Way Back. But besides that, Just Wanna Love, more of a different style to Conroe, like a progressive house that I'm not used to from Conroe yet, but I really still like this just because of the guitars, the drop, the vocals. Just everything comes together to create a good song. Next song is Overcast. Now, this song is a really nice trap tune from Silk that I want more of because it feeds into the whole atmosphere of Silk while being at the same time like a different genre that you're not quite used to from Silk. So that's why I like this one a lot. Next up, we have Francis Durrell and Seisha with Shapes. The reason why I like this song is because it meshes up Francis Durrell's typical style with a genre that he doesn't make a lot of, which is synth pop, and he actually meshed those well together, as well as Seisha's vocals being a really great highlight to the song as well. Next up, we have Oblivion by Rival, Fairlane, and Philip Strand. This is still a really great tune. Mashes up Rival and Fairlane styles together, and Philip Strand gives a good vocal performance. Great melodic dubstep tune. And on the topic of melodic dubstep, which this leads us to our next song, which is Won't Make a Sound by Arm & Hammer, Nurko, and Micah Martin. Now, I know this one's going to be a bit controversial because I know some people who aren't that big a fan of this one, but I really enjoyed it just because I liked Arm & Hammer's Waiting for Love EP in general, but this single, which isn't on the EP, is my favorite because they found a way to work with Nurko a lot, and I'm also a huge fan of Nurko. It's also why it's my favorite tune, Arm & Hammer tune, and I liked how those styles mash up together, and while I don't like a lot of the mixing choices on the song, I still like the tune good enough to make this list. Next up, we have 505 by Tynan, Cyclops, and Guilt Chip. I just like this song, this bass house tune. It's super unique for the genre, especially coming from Tynan, who's always trying to do something very unique. I just like the synths, the house beats, the 505 sample. Overall, really good collaboration, and it's no surprise why Tynan keeps on releasing on Monstercat, because this is now the third time he has made something that has really impressed me. Next up, we have Let Me Hold You by Blood Groove and Kikis and Brandon McNaka. This song, while it does seem like a generic Silk house song from Blood Groove and Kikis, Brandon McNaga, sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, but the vocalist really sells this, and is the main reason why I like the song so much, is because of the vocalist. Next up, we have Umbra by Ace Aura featuring Voicians. Again, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But yeah, Umbra is a really good Ace Aura tune. Not his most unique, but I still like it a lot to put on this list. It is now my new number one for February, and there is a very good reason for that. Next up, we have, surprisingly enough, Ghost by Will K and Drove. Yeah, this actually grew on me, surprisingly, even though it didn't even make it in my top 5 best songs for October of this year when I did my Halloween ranking. It was stuck into the background of the Safe Zone. But surprisingly, it actually did grow on me a lot these past few months, and now this is why I'm going to be voting for it. Will K and Drove styles actually mesh well together here, with Drove's horns providing a lot of atmosphere to it. And I also like the vocals probably coming from Drove. So yeah, that is why I'm picking up Ghost for the best of 2022. Which leaves us lastly to The Intimate Space by Not Now Please. I really like this tune just because of the atmosphere it creates with the liquid taps of the percussion, and overall creates a relaxing atmosphere that I can really appreciate, and that's why it is on this list. So now, before I go, I want to leave a little hint for my worst song of 2022. Hint number 1. It is a song in the month of February. So, if you want to guess what my worst song of 2022 is, look into that month, that ranking. But number 2, and keep this in mind, this is a song that has soured on me. So don't look for the ones that I put at the bottom of my ranking. Look for the ones that are in the green, because most likely it's going to be one of those songs that ends up being my worst. So with that said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this sort of rambling style. Usually I have these scripted, but I just wanted to make a short announcement. hopefully the best of 2022 and worst of 22 videos that I am making, they will be up within a few weeks. I'm looking forward to it. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.